Remember this gentleman, the Bling Bling Bishop, also known as Lamar Whitehead? Well, he's going to the penitentiary to make big rocks to little rocks, and he most certainly earned it. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the Bling Bling Bishop, also known as Lamar Whitehead, who has been convicted of wire fraud, extortion, and lying to the federales. And he faces, as it said in the article, decades in the penitentiary, making big rocks to little rocks. Now, this guy has been a scammer for a very long time. He's already been to prison for identity theft. This is pretty much what he does. I think anytime you see this guy, he's trying to scam you. That's just my humble opinion. And according to what he's been charged and convicted with, again, I think I might be right. Now, let's go back to the picture right here. This is Lamar Whitehead, who in this picture was a pastor of a church. And you see the drip. You see the jury, okay? He's iced out. You got on the Fendi suit. It's like a clown suit, but you see he got it on. And you see the jury on the wrist, the big crazy ring. What does he do for a living? Well, apparently it's called scamming. It's called robbing. It's called finessing. That's what it looks like to me. Now, you may not remember him for being the Bling Bling pastor, for being a scammer. You may remember a viral clip in which he was featured in of his church being robbed on live stream. Now, let's go revisit this with the new knowledge of his criminal past and criminal present. This may be seen a little bit differently.
You about to go through. Yo. All right. Yo, all right.
So that is a moment where armed masked men stormed into the church and they were robbing the place. Okay, you see the guys right there on camera. And then this caption says the preacher and his wife were robbed of more than $1 million worth of jewelry. Now, why do you have $1 million worth of jewelry on you in the church? Why? What is the reason? Okay, now here's a question. I want to ask you guys, was this a play, as they say in the streets? Meaning, was this a fake robbery put on by the scammer pastor to try and get some money out of insurance or something like that? Was that what was going on? Did he really have $1 million of jewelry, or is that what he told insurance? Did he get the money into his own pocket that came from the church in some kind of way? Did he split it with the guys that were in the masks and the poo shiesties and the balaclavas? Whatever you think about that, let me know in the comments below. Let's keep on going here. And you see the guys continuing to come on camera and making sure that they're getting the jewelry that they want to get.
When I laid down on the floor, when the young men came and put the gun to my back, as y'all see on the video, they, took my watch, took my jewelry, took my bishop's ring, and then they took my bishop's cross, and he ripped my collar off just to get to my jewelry.
Okay, then they're gonna go to the extravagant lifestyle. You see the frames and all this good stuff right there. Okay, we're gonna just skip right past that. But I want to show you guys some more pictures. This is Mr. Lamar Whitehead and a good old friend of his from BK from Brooklyn. Okay, that's Eric Adams. Oh yeah, that's his buddy right there. Now, I'm not sure how good of friends they are. I'm not quite sure if they were doing any kind of scamming or finessing or whatnot together. But if you got a cop friend and you're a scammer, then I might put two and two together to get four. But I'm not making any accusations. I'm just saying that's his buddy. Okay, now that's a more recent picture of Eric Adams before he became the mayor, when he was the Brooklyn borough president. And then let's look at some of the old pictures of Eric Adams. That's when he was a little bit bigger. This might have been before Lamar went to the penitentiary. I'm not quite sure, but that is Big Eric before the weight loss and the diet change. So they've been friends for a very long time. Now let's get into the new news. You see what's happening here. Bling Bling Bishop, who's boasted of ties to Eric Adams, is convicted of fraud. Lamar Whitehead was accused of using $90,000 worth of a parishioner's retirement savings to buy luxury goods and trying to force a businessman to lend him $500,000. So trying to force the guy to lend him money, that's the extortion. And the fraud, he stole this money from an elderly parishioner, $90,000. He said it was for one purpose, but he wound up just buying probably some more jewelry, more Fendi clown-looking suits and things of this nature with it. Okay, now let's go to the actual news clip here to get into a little bit more detail. And of course, everything I'm talking about right now will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
He lost more than $1 million in jewelry during a highly publicized robbery at his Brooklyn church. Now,
allegedly, we're going to say that, sir.
The so-called Bling bishop is also poised to lose his freedom. Lamar Whitehead facing decades in prison after a jury convicted him today on federal charges, including wire fraud and attempted extortion. Prosecutors say he ripped off a parishioner's retirement savings, and tonight her family is speaking for the first time to News 4's Chris Jose.
Imagine you are an elderly woman. I think the lady was like 80, 90 years old, something like that. And your retirement savings gone just like that. And the guy you trusted with your money, this is the church, the leader of the church, the pastor, the minister. You trust him with your money, but really all you did was get scammed by a scammer who's been to prison for scamming before.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for the past 4 years.
Rashid Anderson relieved tonight following the conviction of Lamar Whitehead, better known as the Bling Bishop, for his lavish lifestyle. A Manhattan federal jury today finding Whitehead guilty of defrauding a parishioner and trying to extort a businessman.
It's been a long time coming, and we're very happy to see that the verdict was guilty today.
Rashid's mother, Pauline Anderson, invested $90,000 of her retirement savings with Whitehead. Prosecutors said he spent the money on luxury goods at Louis Vuitton and Foot Locker, and even used Anderson's money to make his car payments.
Foot Locker? My man, Foot Locker, really? You buying Jordans? You stole an elderly church lady's money to buy Jordans? Oh, my goodness. Hey, you know what? The penitentiary might be a little bit too good for you. You need to go burn in hell for that. I mean, that's crazy. To steal money from anybody is better enough. To steal it from an elderly lady in your church is even worse. And then to add insult to injury, you go to Foot Locker and make car. You know what? Let's keep on going.
Rashid testified during the trial. You and your mother trusted this guy.
Yeah, we trusted him a lot.
Whitehead, no stranger to headlines. In July of 2022, he was robbed at gunpoint while delivering a sermon in Brooklyn. The $1 million jewelry heist caught on his church's live stream. 2 months ago, one of the men accused of the robbery killed by U.S. Marshals at a New Jersey hotel.
This was the guy that put the gun, have a gun pointed just like this in my wife's face, pointed just like this in my 8-month-old baby's face.
I'm still not buying it. I'm still not buying it. You know, and then the thing about it, even if there was a real attack, it wasn't anything other than them trying to come at you, because look at what you got on. Look at your ring. I mean, come on.
Pointed.
Hold on. Look at your ring. Look at your suit.
Just like this in my 8-month-old baby's face, and then had the gun to the back of my head as he ripped off my jewelry.
Whitehead not yet publicly commenting on his conviction, which also includes charges that he tried to force a Bronx businessman to lend him $500,000 while promising access to Mayor Adams. Whitehead claimed he knows the mayor on a personal level. The bishop going to social media after his arrest in December 2022.
Just because you was arrested doesn't make you guilty.
Jurors found Whitehead guilty of wire fraud, lying to the FBI, and attempted extortion. The trial lasting 2 weeks. Rashid had prayed for today's outcome.
I do want to give thanks to God, because he was the one that, revealed the truth, and I was able to go up there. Everyone was able to go up there and speak their truth.
Whitehead's sentencing is scheduled for July 1st. He faces up to 45 years in prison.
So he's going to go away for quite a long time, making big rocks, little rocks. And I hope that he gets the ultimate, because, there's so many things. But as I close, I want to say this. You have everything against him. You are in a trusted position as a church leader, as a pastor, minister. You are the person people come to in the church for their problems, for the issues or whatever. So you're a trusted person. You took this money from an elderly lady's retirement fund, defrauded her. Oh, it's an investment, you get it back, but really you just went and spent it on yourself. There was no attempt at an investment made. That right there is called fraud. So automatically that's a sentence. And then you were trying to extort a businessman out of $500,000, trying to make this guy lend the money to you. Another one, extortion. And then you lied to the federales. Oh, they don't like that at all. They're trying to investigate and you're lying. They don't like that. And then again, icing on the cake, you already been to the penitentiary before. You've already been to the joint for a very long time for tax, not for tax fraud, but for identity theft. You've already been down this road before. You are an ex-con with a record of doing the exact same thing that you've been found guilty of doing right now in the criminal court of law. So yeah, give him the ultimate, lock him up under the penitentiary, big rocks, little rocks, throw away the key. I don't want to see this guy no more on my TV screen unless it's in the penitentiary jumpsuit. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on Lamar Whitehead? Should he go to the penitentiary? Should he not go to the penitentiary? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I mean, this guy is the worst of the worst. I mean, you're going to steal from an old lady. I mean, that's just low. Stealing, thievery is bad enough. But I mean, come on, an old lady in the church. Like, how low of a person are you? Guys like this are just the scum of the earth and they need to go away forever. And again, I would not be surprised if that church robbery could have been some retaliation for some street stuff. It could have been fake. It could be much more than meets the normie eye on that one. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that is all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.